Hi friends, it's Sophie. Today is all about side body opening and side body strengthening. So we have a fun little flow, nothing too crazy, nothing too sweaty, but just a nice opening and strengthening flow for the side body that is going to make you feel good and open and relaxed by the time we get to Shavasana. I'm going to give you 20 minutes to relax in Shavasana at the end, and it's optional. I'm going to play some music for you. If you're short on time, you can just get right up and move on with your day. But if you are craving some you time, stay there for the Shavasana and you don't have to worry about the video going to the next video. You can just stay there and listen to the music and relax, as I highly recommend you do, because that's what we all need. But back to the flow. We're doing side body opening, okay? So it's great for anyone because a lot of the time we spend a lot of the time moving forward, moving backwards, and we don't spend as much time moving side to side. Think about daily activities that we spend in the car, we spend on a plane, we spend typing. A lot of that is a forward moving. And so when we get onto our mats, we're really focusing on opening and opening. But sometimes we forget about moving side to sides. I hope that it serves you well, and I will see you on your mat. Welcome to your practice. So today we're focusing on side body stretching and strengthening. And those muscles include the lats, the serratus anterior, the intercostal muscles that are interwoven throughout the rib cage, and we have the QL muscles on the lower back, which you have two of them, and that attaches to the rib cage also. And we're also going to be strengthening and stretching the obliques. So that being said, let's get started with our movement. So take your right forearm down by your side, and your palm is facing up. And your elbow goes downwards. Take your left arm up and bring the hand behind the head. Now lift out of your torso and side bend to the right. And in this specific side bend, we're targeting the QL muscle on the left side of your body. So just keep breathing here. As you inhale, it should feel like you're slightly coming up and out. And exhale, you go a little bit more to the side. One more breath. And then we'll rise back up. You're going to take your right arm up, take your left forearm down, push down through that shoulder towards the ground, put the right hand behind your head, lift up and side bend. Nice deep breaths. One more. Okay, and then reach both arms up, inhale, and exhale, take your right hand down to the ground, and now side bend over to the right side. This is a little different. Now you're going to feel it more in the lats, more in that side body as opposed to the lower back. And it's not that one's right or wrong, it's just that they're different stretches. And then we're going to come back up and reach those arms up and side bend to the left. It should feel really good all the way up into the armpit. Almost like we're unlocking stuff within the body. And then reach your arms up. Now bring your hands together and clasp them. You can make this position with your hands. Inhale. Exhale, side bend to the right. Again, this time notice how you're using the strength of your body more rather than placing the hand on the ground and using leverage. And then come back up. Go up and over to the left side. Feel that lovely opening of the side body. Feels so good. And then reach your arms back up and release your arms down by your sides. Good. All right, now we'll transition into tabletop. So you're on your hands and knees here. And then just go ahead and place your right foot in front of you. So I'll turn this way so I can see you, but you just place your right foot, or so you can see me, but you place your right foot in front of you. And then take your left toes and bring them over to the right a little bit. Place your right hand down on the ground. Okay, so you kind of have this, it's like a modified side angle on your knee, right? So make sure that your back toes are moving over to the right so that you have balance here. Place your right hand or fingertips on the ground, and then take your left arm up. So you'll feel a big stretch here on the left side body. And take your left arm over your ear. Right arm down, left arm over your ear. Bend into your right knee. So maybe feel it in the hips a little too. Draw your navel inwards slightly. Good. And then rise up so you're here in this position. Now take your left hand and bring it down to the ground and extend your right leg long. Place the bottom of the right foot down on the ground and take your right arm up overhead and then take your right arm over your ear. Now we're stretching the right side body. Good. So make sure you're in a position that feels balanced because we're going to lift the right leg up. Let's take the right arm up too. So it's like half moon on our knee. And then draw the rib cage just inwards a little bit so that you're not dumping into the low back here. And make sure your right leg isn't going back behind you. Keep it lifted, maybe even forward a bit. Bring the right foot down, tap it to the ground, and then lift it back up with control. And again, lower it down. You're going to feel this in your glutes, especially your right glutes. And take the leg back up. And then one more time, bring the leg up, down, and then back up. Nice work. Now place the foot back down onto the ground. We're going to rise back up into Gait Pose and put the right hand on the right thigh or knee or maybe lower and take your left arm overhead. So again, we're stretching into the left side body. Notice that you can feel the breath more when the rib cage is stretching in this way. Beautiful. Rise back up. Good. Put your hands on your hips and just place your right knee down to the ground also. And by the way, if your knees are starting to feel achy on a hard ground, you can put a blanket underneath your knees. But then tuck your toes behind you. So I just turned so you can face me, but you can stay facing the direction you're in. And then fingers facing down behind you. Draw your elbows back. Good. In fact, let's interlace the hands and draw the arms back. This is going to feel good right now. And start to just take a little back bend. Just a little one. Nothing crazy. Feel the pinky fingers lifting away from the ground. Keep the palms together. And then rise back up. Good. And put your hands to the ground. You might have to turn back to face the original front of the mat. And step your left foot forward. And then take your right foot and reposition the right knee to where it feels comfortable and turn the right toes over to the left. And then place the left hand down. So, you might have to situate yourself so you feel aligned and not like you're going to fall over. And then take your right arm up. So we're in this like modified side angle. And then take your right arm over your ear and take deep breaths. One more full breath. Good, and then rise back up and out of it. And straighten the right leg. Place the bottom of the the left foot down. Sorry, I said the wrong one. Left foot. Good, and then take your left hand, bring it down, and your right arm up and over. Stretching into the right side body. Rise back up. Place your right hand down to the ground. Lift your left leg up off of the ground. Flex the foot. And draw your navel in slightly. And then take your left arm over your ear. So, because we did that on the other side, so let's make sure we do it on this side. And then reach it back up. And then lower the foot, tap it, and lift it back up. Lower it down. Lift it up, lower, and lift. Good. And then place the foot back down, rise back up. Good. And then place your hands onto your hips. And then put your left knee back down to the ground. Hands behind you. And then again, we take a camel pose this time. Keep the hands behind you. And we'll go into Ustrasana Camel. Remember, it's the beginning of practice. We just started, so nothing crazy. And then come up and out of it. And put your hands down to the ground. Good. Put your forearms down onto the ground. And then extend your legs back and put your hips down on the ground. Take Sphinx Pose. Open up your chest. Good. Feel that nice stretch in the upper back muscles. Press the palms into the ground. Now press the feet down too so that the knees lift up off the ground. Good. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Take your fingertips out to the sides on your fingertips. Lift your chest up again. And then dip your left shoulder down. As long as it feels okay on your lower back, you can do this. And look over to the right. If you feel any pinching or pain, just back out of it and don't twist. Just stay in cobra. And then come back to center. And dip the right shoulder forward and twist to the left. Come back up to center, lift your chest up, inhale, and exhale, lower down to the ground. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your thighs, and press all the way up to plank. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a breath in, and breath out. One more breath in, exhale. Good. Walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Take little steps. And when you get there, we'll take a rag doll. So grab onto the elbows, let your upper body hang, and perhaps rock a little bit side to side. Good. Release the hands back down and lift up halfway. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands down again. Step back to plank. Inhale. On your exhale, come onto your forearms, into a forearm plank. Good. And then bring your feet together so that they're touching. Make sure your hips are not too high. Really fire up the legs together. Squeeze them together. And then we'll dip the hips over to the left side. The feet are going to stay stacked. They come stacked on top of each other. And then come back to center and dip your hips over to the right side. And come back to center. Hips to the left, rise back up, hips to the right. One more each side, back up to center, hips to the left, and back up to center, hips over to the right. Actually, let's do one more each side. Back to center, left, center, right, and come back to center, hold. Rise up onto your hands. You can separate your feet wider now, and then downward facing dog. Good work, inhale. Exhale. Again, walk your feet up to your hands or hop if you like. Halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, stand and reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bring your arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach them up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back behind you and set your knee down on the ground and just open your chest. You feel a stretch through the right hip flexors, right hip. Draw the shoulders back, keep the fingertips down. Inhale. On your exhale, step back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale, lower back down, tuck your toes, press up to plank. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Put your back knee down, inhale, open up your chest. Stay here on the exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale, step forward. Fold. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, go right back down to the ground, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left foot back. So yes, we were just on the side, but stay with it. Inhale, open. Exhale, step back to plank. So we're going a little faster now. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up for cobra. Exhale, come back down to the ground. Inhale, press to plank, one straight line. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Put your back knee down, open up your chest. Inhale. Exhale, step forward, fold. Inhale, stand and reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Let's keep going. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Set your knee down. This time, reach your arms up. Good. And then grab onto the right wrist and take a side bend to the left. Draw the left hip back. Draw the navel inwards. Keep lifting the left side body as well as side bending it. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Lift your back knee and straighten your left leg. It's okay if it doesn't go all the way straight. And if you have blocks, you could put your hands on your blocks here. And just kind of fold here in whatever way feels comfortable to you. So maybe you will need to walk your hands forward more and draw the left hip back. Or maybe you're just kind of working through the stretch here, the knees bent a little bit, and you're just breathing. Soften the mind. Good, and then we will bend the left knee back into lunge, step back into plank, shift forward. This is optional, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, or skip all of it. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Put your knees down, reach your arms up, grab onto your left wrist, lift up and take side bend to the right. Inhale, reach your arms back up to center. Exhale, put your hands down and lift your back knee and straighten your right leg. Again, it doesn't have to go all the way straight. And take a few breaths here. Just go inwards. Pay attention to the breath. Good, and then bend your right knee. Step forward, halfway lift, fold forward. Inhale, stand, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down again. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step your left foot back. Good. Set your back knee down. Keep your right fingertips on the ground. Move them to the right a little bit. Take your left arm up. Now this is a deep stretch. If you want to put your right hand on a block, you can. And take your left arm over to the right side. Spread the toes. Good. Put your left hand back down to the ground when you're ready. Lift your back knee. Straighten your right leg and lift the bottom of the foot up so your toes are lifted. You're just on that heel. Good. And draw the right hip back a little bit. Draw the right pinky toe back. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee, come back into lunge. Inhale, step back into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Set your back knee down, move your left fingertips to the left, take your right arm up and over to the left side. Pull the left hip back a little bit. And then reach the right hand back down. Lift your back knee, straighten your left leg and lift the bottom of the foot up. Try to keep the spine long if you can. Bend your knee, come back into lunge. Step forward, halfway lift, fold forward. Inhale, stand and reach your arms up. Hands to your heart, nice work. Arms down by your sides. Good. Come into chair pose, bend your knees and sweep your arms up, get low in your chair. Feel the stretching through the side body as you reach the arms, stretching through the lats. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop back to plank, and then lower down if you'd like. Halfway, hold. Come back up to plank. And again, lower down halfway, hold. And rise back up to plank. And one more time, down halfway. And then we come back up to plank. Downward facing dog. Okay, so the arms are a little warm now. Now take the feet a little wider than hips distance and drop your heels over to the left side, kind of like when we were in our side plank, but this time you're lifting your hips in down dog. So keep those legs straight and press through the hands, almost more through the left hand. Good. And then we'll come forward into plank from this position. So keep your feet how they are. And then go back to down dog. And again, move forward. And then back to down dog. So we're strengthening through the left side of the rib cage. Come forward. You feel it crunching together. And go back. One more time. Forward. And back. And we're lengthening through the right side. And then come back into down dog. Take the heels over to the right. Legs are straight. Press through the hands, especially the right hand. Lift those hips. And then inhale, shift forward. Exhale, down dog. Feel it strengthening the right side, lengthening the left side. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, down dog. One more time, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. And lift your hips up, or your heels up rather. Good. Set your knees down, take child's pose. You can take your arms down by your sides if you'd like for child's pose. Feel the forehead rest. And slowly rise up. Good. And then you're going to turn to the side of your mat so that you are facing the side of your mat. And we're going to take the legs out wide and then take your right foot and bring it inside of your left leg. So we're going for Parvrita Janu Shirshasana. So it's a seated side bending stretch. So flex your left foot and make sure your knees kind of like open, your right knee's kind of open. And then take your torso, twist it to the right side just a little. Fingertips are on the ground and you're lengthening. From that rotation, keep the rotation, then take your left forearm and place it down inside of the left thigh. And then take your right arm up to the sky. Take that right arm over the ear towards the left toes. And keep rotating up. So we get a really big opening here. If you want, if you can reach your hand towards your toes, but that might not be accessible. If you start crunching inwards, then it's not worth it. And if it doesn't just feel amazing, then just come out of it. I kind of like to do an open arm bend anyways. One more breath wherever you are. And then rise up slowly. Good. Switch sides. So your left foot comes in, right foot flexes out, twist to your left side, lengthen, and then take your right forearm, place it down inside of your right leg, and take your left arm up, and then stretch it over the ear. So you're continuously opening to the sky, to the ceiling, wherever you are, whether you're inside or outside. One more breath. And then rise back up, come all the way up. Good. And then take your legs straight out in front of you. Sit tall. Bend your knees a little. And then walk your hands forward. Grab on where you can grab. And then fold over your legs and relax. Really wonderful stretch for the back and the neck, to let the neck just kind of release here and let all those muscles that work so hard to support your head all day just relax. And then we bring the hands back down and slowly rise up. Go really slow, really intentionally. And then go ahead and lay down onto your back. And take your arms down by your sides. Let the eyes close. Feel the body start to release to the earth. Give yourself space and time to be here for another 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes. Once you get to 20 minutes, that's really the sweet spot. It takes time to rest into your body. It takes time to move out of the head. So I invite you to give yourself that space and that time. But if you're short on time like me, then you can begin to come out of your shavasana. Take your time. Rise up to a seat. For those of you that are staying, you could just stay here with the video on. I'll have some music for you for the next 20 minutes if you want to stay. Otherwise, bring your hands together at your heart. Namaste.